I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I couldn't think, I couldn't stop crying. Nothing made sense. It was just like being in the middle of a tornado.
That first year I was on the closet floor, sobbing, desponding of life, begging God to take me. The pain was just horrific. I could not function. I lost 25 pounds. I couldn't go to work. I was in so much pain to give up what I had fought for 35 years. I was a loser. I felt like such a loser. I had let down my family. I had let down God. And I was worthless. I felt so worthless that I despaired of life.
And I started with my bulimia once again. And this probably started about 6 months just after the marriage. I actually started thinking, not consciously, but, there was something, I just knew that there was something that I could control again. And so this was one thing that was familiar. So I went back, and then the pattern just then started forming of, I remember those feelings of comfort when I ate, and then, the shame and the guilt after I'd eaten, but then, purging, and then the release of that, and that whole cycle then took place again. And it wasn't just the bulimia. I did have one time where I went out and I got extremely drunk. And, I even actually had, thoughts of, that's it, I hope I hook up with someone. It was actually more of probably a revengeful thing, but that's the reality of the deep pain that was occurring within my heart, and I didn't know how to let it out.
And I think I was already, before this happened, I was so depressed when I was home and I was trapped in this situation where I knew something was wrong, but my intuition was, I was told I was crazy, that nothing was happening, that I was imagining it, and I couldn't stop feeling like that. Everything to me was just, it was so, I felt like I was in a straitjacket.
I will go get that nose fixed. And so I did. I went in, and I was supposed to do it years earlier because I had broken, insurance would pay for it, but I was too afraid. And my husband became angry at me because why wouldn't I do that, you know? But now I wasn't afraid anymore. I didn't care. Actually, I wanted to hurt. I wanted something on the outside of my body to hurt as much as the inside did. So I looked forward to the pain, and it was horrific. I hemorrhaged and nearly died, and was a mess through it all. But it gave me a reason to lay in bed, to be non-functional in a way that people could see, because otherwise, you know, I felt like I was dying and nobody could see it. But if I got sick and I could lay there with bandages in bed, then they would understand a little bit about what I was going through. But that, you know, you can only convalesce for a couple months with that, and you have to get back out in the world and pretend like you are, you know, a normal human being when nobody knows that somebody's cut your heart out. You're walking around a shell of a person and you no longer have a heart.